have become thinking human beings, your faith is not too deep. It doesn't matter how much faith you think you have, somewhere doubts always crop up. Right now, the way your minds are made, this moment, if God appears right here, you will not surrender to Him. You will want an investigation whether He is really God or not. With this kind of mind, you should not waste your time on faith. So there is an alternative, which is commitment. If you simply commit yourself to creating what you really care for, now once again, your thought gets organized in such a way, there is no such thing as whether it's possible or not possible. There is no hurdle in your thought process. Your thought flows freely towards what you want. Once this happens, making it happen will also naturally follow. So to create what you really care for, first and foremost thing is that what you want must be well manifested in your mind, that this is what I want. Is that what you really want? You must look at it, because any number of things in your life you have thought, this is it. The moment you reach there, you realize that's not it, it's the next one and the next one and the next one. So what is it that one really wants is one thing. First of all, we must explore. Once that is clear, and we are committed to creating it, now there is a continuous process of thought in that direction. Once you can maintain a steady stream of thought without changing direction, definitely this is going to happen in your life, or it will definitely manifest as a reality in your life. So, either you make this human form into a kalpa vriksha, or you make it into one big mess, which is happening all over. One reason why we have not created the kind of world that all of us would want to live in is, too many people are busy looking up. Too many people are interested in other planets. They're not interested in this planet. For every aspect of their life, they're checking out with other planets. And further, too many people are in service of heaven. They're not on service of this earth. I think right now we need people who are in service of this earth, not heaven. I believe if heaven is closer to divine than where we are, if that is so, I believe they're a little more organized than us, they don't need help from us. This has been a major problem on the planet. Anything that is valuable for a human being, anything that is good, the highest aspects of human life have unfortunately been exported to heaven. For example, if you say love, people say God is loving. We do not know whether God is loving or not. Human beings are capable of love. It is very, very important that people understand human beings are capable of love, human beings are capable of compassion, human beings are capable of joy and blissfulness. All the good things that are possible for a human being, unfortunately have been exported to heaven. If we want to create the kind of world that we want to, we need to understand whatever you refer to as God, the idea of God has entered our mind only because we have seen creation around us. Because there is creation, we have assumed a creator. God is a great creator. What you refer to as God is a source of creation. That source of creation has not failed us, has done a fantastic job. But now the question is about management. If you want to leave the management in the hands of the Creator, He will manage it in His own way, according to His agenda. But that's not what you want. You want life to happen the way you want it. Now, for example, let's say all of you here are the India soccer team for the next World Cup, and I am the coach. So these next 4 years, everything that you need to know about football is taught to you. Everything that I know about football is poured into you in so many ways. Now, the time to play the match has come. You're on the field and the ball comes near your foot, but you look at me, then it's no good. You've seen those coaches sitting there and boiling, nothing happens. Because now, once you're on the field, it's your job. So this is the same thing. The Creator has done a fantastic job. Now you're here. It is for you and me to see how to manage this, how we want it, how to keep this world, how, in what condition would all of us enjoy it best, is something that we have to look at. So at every stage in our life, we tend to think, this is it. If this one thing happens, everything will be fine with my life. You reach there and you realize that's not it, and you postpone it to something else and something else. This is going on. The first and foremost thing is, you must be clear what is it that you really want. If you do not know what you want, the question of creating it doesn't arise. If you look at what you really want, what every human being wants is, he wants to live joyfully, he wants to live peacefully. In terms of its relationships, he wants it to be loving and affectionate. Or in other words, all that any human being is seeking for is pleasantness within himself, pleasantness around him. If this pleasantness, if it happens in our body, we call this health and pleasure. If it happens in our mind, we call this peace and joy. If it happens in our emotion, we call this love and compassion. If it happens in our energy, we call this blissfulness and ecstasy. This is all that a human being is looking for. Whether he is going to his office to work, he wants to make money, build a career, build a family, he sits in the bar, sits in the temple, he is still looking for the same thing. Pleasantness within, pleasantness around. If this is what we want to create, I think it's time we addressed it directly and commit ourselves to creating it. So you want to create yourself as a peaceful human being, joyful human being, loving human being, a pleasant human being on all levels. And do you also want a world like this? A peaceful world, a loving world, a joyful world? No, I want greenery, I want food. When we say a joyful world, that means everything that you want has happened. So this is all that you're looking for. So all that you need to do is commit yourself to creating it, to create a peaceful, joyful and loving world, both for yourself and everybody around you. Every day in the morning, if you start your day with this simple thought in your mind, that today, wherever I go, I will create a peaceful, loving and joyful world. If you fall down 100 times in the day, what does it matter? For a committed man, there is no such thing as failure. If you fall down 100 times, 100 lessons to be learnt. If you commit yourself like this to creating what you really care for, now your mind gets organized. Once your mind gets organized, the way you think is the way you feel, your emotion will get organized. Once your thought and emotion is organized, your energies will get organized in the same direction. Once your thought, emotion and energies are organized, your very body will get organized. Once all these four are organized in one direction, your ability to create and manifest what you want is phenomenal. You are the creator in many ways. Why I am saying you are the creator is, I want you to look at the nature of your life right now. If you eat a banana, in 4 hours' time, this banana becomes a human being. There is something within you, a life-creating process, a process which builds this body. The manufacturer of this body is within. You give him a banana, he makes a human being out of that banana. Transforming a banana into a human being is not a small thing, it is a phenomena. It is just that this phenomena is happening within you unconsciously. If you could only consciously manifest this, making a banana into a human being, you are the creator. You are nothing less than that. As the theory of evolution goes, to make a monkey into a human being, it took millions of years. Over an afternoon, you can make a banana into a human being or whatever else, a piece of bread that you eat, into a human being. So, the very source of creation is functioning within you. If you organize these 4 dimensions of mind, emotion, body and energy in one direction, the source of creation is with you. You are the creator. What you want to create will happen to you effortlessly. Once you're organized like this, now you are not a mess. You are a kalpa vriksha. You have the power to create what you want. there are tools and technologies as to how to organize this system in such a way that instead of being a psychological mess, you can make yourself into a Kalpavruksha. This culture, these traditions, the whole technology of yoga is just about this, transforming yourself from being just a piece of creation to the Creator Himself. This is not in search of God, this is in search of becoming a God. This is not in search of divine, this is in search of becoming divine, because that which you call as divine, that which is the source of existence, is throbbing within you every moment of your life. Otherwise, a piece of bread cannot become a human being in the course of an afternoon. So, shifting from being just a piece of flesh and blood to becoming a creator, there is a whole science and technology for this. There are tools to make this happen. That which is the source of creation is functioning within you every moment of your life. It is just that, have you kept access to that dimension or not? Organizing the four basic elements of your life will give you that access. There are tools and technologies to do this. The whole science of yoga, the whole technology that we refer to as yoga is just about this, transforming yourself from being just a piece of creation to become a creator. For example, 100 years ago, if I picked up something like this and I start speaking to someone who is across in another part of the world, you would think it's some kind of a miracle. Either I must be a messenger or a son or maybe God Himself. But today, this is just another gadget that every one of us carry and use. Today, sitting here, without using this instrument, if I speak to someone in another part of the world, it is still a miracle for you. So, this instrument happened because of human mind wanting it to happen. 100 years ago, nobody thought this was possible, but today it is just a common thing. Similarly, many things which are not in our perception yet can be brought into our perception and our ability to create our lives can be greatly enhanced. So, first and foremost thing is to organize the mind and to organize your emotions, body and energy in that line. Once this happens, you are in touch with the fundamental life-creating process within you. Once you're in touch with it, once you're in excess of that power, you have the power to create. You have the power to create your life and your surroundings the way you want it. Because we have lost our power to create, we are making a mess out of ourselves and the world around us. If we operated as the true creator, as it is operating within us, creating this body for us, if we could create our lives with the same sense of organization and sense of purpose, this world and the human being would be in a completely different state. It is my wish and my blessing that every human being in this world should have this access to the source of creation within himself so that he can function here as a creator, not just